why am I in prison? It's the same thing in every game. I don't get it.
I can't wait to kill this prisoner.
Wait, what's this? What do you mean break the wall?
Just turn it over.
Huh? Oh, it all makes sense. Why do RPG games love starting you as a prisoner? I first noticed it when I was going through the Elder Scrolls game and I thought, that's funny, you play as a prisoner in Skyrim and in Oblivion. And then it clicked. You play as a prisoner in most of the Elder Scrolls, Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, and even in ESO. And then I thought, well, hold on, you escape the vault in Fallout. That's kind of like a prison as well. So what is up with Bethesda's obsession with starting you off as some sort of prisoner? And to be honest, we could also stretch this to a lot of other RPGs. From Skyrim to Dark Souls, it seems to be a pretty common trope. But why is this? Is it laziness, or is it some sort of genius game design strategy? Well, let's find out. RPGs tend to have a very rich lore and a lot of world building to go with it. Dumping a quick 2-minute cutscene at the start is usually fine, but anything else and you tend to be quite overwhelmed. Not everyone wants to watch a 4-hour deep dive on the lore and 3 iceberg videos before actually getting their hands on the controller and starting to play. This prisoner start gets to put you straight into the role of an outsider to this world. A bit like yourself in this situation. They know no one, they have no items or belongings, and they know nothing about the outside world. It's one of the quickest ways to give your character a sort of blank slate profile, in a way that makes sense without sort of slapping you in the face with an I forgot or some sort of amnesia explanation that some RPG games do. Fallout New Vegas. And slowly they can drip feed the player with information, without it being a bit too heavy on the details. You can slowly learn that there's a king and he's set you free because of some crazy threat. You know, you're undead, here's your Estus flask, now go and kill the asylum demon. It's also a great way to start you with no identity. In some RPGs, you have a family, a life, and a story, but games that start you in this way show you that in this world you're actually a no one. It's a bit dark, but it motivates you to create your own identity in this world, and to actually find your story and place. You can craft whatever identity you want to be in this world, even if it is stealth rogue assassin 4 times in a row. The player can then naturally discover the world through their own actions and the world building that the developers create. You can learn about individual factions, or you can go down into some creepy dungeon because it appeals to you. The choice is yours, and giving you that blank slate really does set you up for good. I think the mechanics of a prison are also kind of a boot camp. I'm talking in game sense here, not in real life. This whole prison or prisoner escape scene can really be a great introduction to these different mechanics. The first parts of any game are obviously going to be the tutorial sections and missions, introducing you to the world, combat, or mechanics, etc. Prisoner escape sections and dungeons are very linear in design, and they even feature in most games that have massive open worlds, but it funnels your gameplay to focus you on the main objective of escaping or getting out of the current situation, and it can slowly introduce you to these mechanics one by one. Usually it'll start off with the basic movement mechanics of learning to run, evolving then into using items, equipping armor, and then usually straight into a combat scenario with some of the weakest enemies in the game. You know, we're talking your level 1 rats or undead zombie man who's probably allergic to any kind of actual fighting. What are you doing? There's nothing inherently different that being a prisoner gives you, in which other styles of storytelling couldn't. But for RPGs, it's perfect, as it gives you a proper explanation to the actions you're doing. You don't have a weapon yet because, well, duh, you're in prison. You have to learn to sneak and stealth attack because, well, let's face it, you're escaping prison. Another thing about this prison escape narrative is that games can quickly raise the tensions in order to test what you've learned. In Skyrim, they ramp up and down the speed at which you need to act. I mean, for most of it, you're getting chased by a dragon. But then there's quiet moments underground where you actually get to learn the skills that you've used and try and adopt the more stealthy strategy against enemies. And in Dark Souls, you get to fight, and, well, the first time you see the asylum demon, you run, let's face it. Oh, shit! And then you can actually choose to go and fight him again once you've got your weapon. Hello. It's staring right at me. So why are RPGs obsessed with you being a prisoner? Well, it just happens to be a perfect cocktail blend of storytelling and introducing you to the world as an outsider, combined with a pretty fast way to show you the use of basic mechanics. Also, here's a bold prediction for you. The next Elder Scrolls game, I reckon you're going to be a prisoner. I know, incredibly brave. We only go for very ballsy predictions on this channel. I'm still trying to get my foot in the door and see what kind of content works for this channel. As you've seen in all the other videos, I've been trying to blend in a little bit of Blender, if you'll pardon the pun, and try and mix it in with some of the storytelling aspects. If this kind of content's up your street, feel free to subscribe and like the video. And yeah, this is a little bit of a shorter one, so I hope you enjoyed it.